Today we have a story about a tragedy, one where a city's leaders turned their backs on the people. All the uneducated should learn of this event, and I hope to show you its importance through the following video, so these types of things never occur again. I present to you the story of the water crisis in Flint, Michigan. On that day, April 25th, 2014, everything changed.
This is our moment, so I think we need a countdown from three. 3, 2, 1. Here it is. Yeah. Here's the Flint.
Flint.
Here it is.
What you just saw was the beginning of a very bad time for the city of Flint. That was the moment the city made the switch from Lake Huron to the Flint River for the main water supply. Now, why would that be an issue, you might ask? Let me show you.
So in April of 2014, Flint changed their water source from fresh, pre-treated Great Lakes water to the Flint River. But that Flint River water wasn't being treated properly. It was brownish and greenish and yellowish, and it smelled funny, and it tasted even worse. And I was a pediatrician practicing in Flint, caring for children, and very much reassuring my patients that the water was safe. They'd ask me, is it okay for me to mix my baby's bottled, formula, the powdered formula, with this water? And of course, I told them the water's okay. This is America. There's rules and regulations to make sure that our water is safe.
Dr. Mona was hopeful and reassuring. But she couldn't have been more wrong.
And then the truth came out. In addition to disease-causing bacteria and even carcinogens, Flint's drinking water was loaded with lead.
The levels of lead, 1 sip, would have caused her blood lead of her child to be lead poison.
Just 1 sip of water?
1 sip of that water.
Professor Mark Edwards, an internationally recognized water safety expert at Virginia Tech University, had been called in by Leanne Walters, a Flint mother with a sick child, to test the water at her home.
The first thing we did is we worked with her over the phone to sample her own water. That showed her own water was hazardous waste. Levels of lead, literally
how high?
13,000 parts per billion. That's enough if 1 glass of that water was ingested that could hospitalize a child.
And the federal threshold for action is?
About 1,000 times lower.
Lead levels 1,000 times higher than the federal recommendation. A number so high it almost doesn't seem real. Which leads you to the question, why? This is why. The city chose to make a cost-saving decision that switched their supply from Lake Huron to the Flint River. They quickly found that the new water coming from the river was far more corrosive than the lake water. It began leaching the lead and other toxic metals from the old pipes into the water supply.
It turns out, vital chemicals required by law to control corrosion in old lead pipes were not added after the switch to Flint River water, causing lead to flake off. Flint reconnected to Detroit's water system, and Michigan's governor, Rick Snyder, apologized.
I know apologies won't make up for the mistakes that were made. Nothing will. But I take full responsibility to fix the problem so it will never happen again.
15 current or former state and city officials and staff were indicted as a result of contaminants in Flint's water.
The city has since received more than $500 million in funding from the government, state, and independent donors, and all of the city's lead pipes are being replaced. Flint has come a long way in the past 11 years, but there is still far to go in regards to the trust its people have. A catastrophe of this scale isn't something people can just forgive you for. Citizens have yet to regain their trust in the city, and for good reason. Something like this should not still be in the process of repair. It should have been a top priority 11 years ago. The city likely won't be held in high regards for a long time, but the mistakes made in Flint are a learning experience for all others. The well-being of your people matters far more than money. Thank you for watching, and have a good day.